Hello everybody, and welcome to Bitcoin with your host, the Bitcoin OG. We got a lot to talk about, so let's just get right into it. Presidential candidate Andrew Yang calls for clear guidelines on crypto. Andrew Yang has released a new policy statement for crypto assets. His goal is to create clear guidelines in the digital asset world so that businesses and individuals can invest and innovate in the area without fear of a regulatory shift. With the move, Yang becomes the first 2020 presidential hopeful to stake out a specific position on the cryptocurrency policy. His statement is as followed. I will promote legislation that provides clarity in the cryptocurrency digital asset market space by defining what a token is and when it is a security, recognizing utility tokens, define which federal agencies have regulatory power over the crypto digital asset space, provide the consumer protection in the space, clarify the tax implications of owning, selling, and trading digital assets, promote the nationwide adoption of recognition of protections afforded by a Series LLC, and preempt state regulations when possible to create one national framework. Now, this is going to bring a lot of attention to the cryptocurrency space in the upcoming years, and I think that that is an amazing thing. Regardless of politics, I think that any single type of attention towards the cryptocurrency space is positive attention right now. I think that with people stepping up on the main stage and going to bat for Bitcoin and crypto, now that is something we're going to be looking forward to for a long time. Now, moving on to an article that we found on Forbes today. Could Amazon's rival Rakuten trigger the next Bitcoin bull run? Let's find out. Amazon rival Rakuten, a Japanese-based online retailer which has been expanding around the world in recent years, has begun accepting registration for its new Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchange, Rakuten Wallet. Interesting. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency users need to have either a Rakuten bank account or a Rakuten member ID in order to sign up for the service. However, with no indication yet when the wider public will be able to register, the cryptocurrency exchange is scheduled to open to the public from June this year after the Rakuten has received their license for its Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchange late last month from the Japanese financial service regulators. Now, this is big news. Now, if there's competition, the other guy that is not doing so good is going to find any way to stop the bigger guy. Now, if Amazon is starting to feel threatened, natural competition is going to be like, oh, you guys are having your own exchange. We would like Amazon Prime Exchange, where you can buy and trade and possibly hold Bitcoin in our exchange. But I think having a Bitcoin exchange on Amazon, now that would be honestly completely next level. Okay, moving on to another article that we found today, which is really, really cool. Volkswagen to track mineral supply chain using IBM Blockchain. Now a little bit of a blast from the past. IBM, now they have been in the blockchain space for a little bit. We probably all remember, within the last couple months, year, that they said that they're going to be using blockchain technology to track processes and to make sure that, what they do cannot be altered. That is something that the blockchain offers. It cannot be altered in any way, and it is a pure and clean ledger. Now, going into the article, Volkswagen Group has announced it will be using blockchain tech to track its mineral supply chains. Currently, miners and consumer brands rely on third-party audits and laborious manual processes to comply with the widely accepted industry standards for sourcing their minerals, VW said. Using blockchain technology to track supply chains will help the firm meet responsible sourcing standards set out by the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development by providing a permanent record of mineral movements to aid the company's compliance. For the effort, VW will use a new permissioned platform developed by the group on IBM Blockchain, which is using the Hyperledger fabric to enable tracking of minerals across the global supply chain, VW said in its announcement. Now, this is crazy news. This is really, really big because VW, they're a huge automotive manufacturer. These guys are a household name. IBM, they had been a household name. And when big partnerships like this come into effect, this has a very, very, very positive effect on the cryptocurrency market, and it is just bringing a lot of positive attention, which is amazing. And I really, really, really like that. Now, moving on to something that we found on Forbes today is new reports suggest it's a good time to buy Bitcoin again. A new report from Adamant Capital concludes that now it is time to start accumulating Bitcoin before the next bull market begins. In the past, Adamant Capital also published reports on Bitcoin as a significantly undervalued asset in both 2012 and 2015. Now, at 75% below its 2017 all-time high, we believe that the current bear market represents an exceptional opportunity for value investors. I completely agree. Now, Adamant Capital also covers the actions of long-term hodlers, or as we call them, OGs, of Bitcoin in the report. These long-term investors are often referred to as hodlers, and they have had a long been theorized to have the largest impact on Bitcoin's price. While the market could dip down back and retest to the November lows, or lower still, to further digest all the way of these hundredfold run-ups of 2015 to 2017, we strongly feel that Bitcoin is undervalued at these prices. I completely agree. This is a good time to buy Bitcoin as a long-term value investor. Now, a little snippet that we found right here about how Bitcoin is the new gold, something that just popped out. I just wanted to read this off. It says, Bitcoin winter is over. The price is going up. The only question is how high. For now, $6,000 is an easy target, and $10,000 a coin this year is not such a hard target. That is a very, very, very good statement. I really think that the accumulation phase is currently going on right now, and that if you get Bitcoin right now, you're solidifying yourself for the future, and you will be able to hold Bitcoin before the prices get out of hand. You don't want to be the guy buying in at 20, 30K. You want to be getting in when the prices are low. That is not financial advice in the slightest. I am just saying that you will be getting in earlier than later. Now, a little fun fact, a little history lesson, a little blast from the past. Now, we're on the BLX chart on the monthly. Now, we went over yesterday how the Bitcoin happenings and accumulation phase and everything. Now, look at this. Something I wanted to go over today was now the all-time highs before each bear market. Each time that we reach a new all-time high, the next time that we hit the all-time high, we never, ever, ever are able to go back down. So as soon as we went from $33, had our bear market, our halvening, and our bull run, all the way to $1,200, followed by the bear market accumulation phase and into the next halvening, we get back to $1,200, and we see that we cannot hit $1,200. The price is not going down. Now, this is future speculation. This is not financial advice, but in the future, when we see past the bull market all the way up here, it's not going to be hitting back down to 20,000. If past history repeats itself, when we hit a new bull market, it won't be heading back down to 20,000, seeing as we have not been able to hit the lower all-time highs ever again. Now, I think that that is something to look forward to. I think we all would like to see what happens in the future. Now, moving on to something that made me smile. I hope we all seen something like this today. So, this is the Bitcoin yearly candles. Now, when you look at something like this right here, this is amazing because if you look at the chart right here, it looks like Bitcoin has never even been in a bear market. And on the other side of the coin, I could also look and say, well, if we've been going up all like this, there may be a correction going all the way back down. But something that would be countering that would be the Bitcoin halvenings, which would reduce the supply, and that in itself would combat the inflation, and it would be worth more in the near future. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm just saying that this is something that is going on in the next upcoming years. I think that Bitcoin has a lot to grow, and we will soon see. And the last thing we're gonna go over right here is we are under 400 days away from the block happening. The countdown has begun. I hope you guys are ready. So that is all we have time for today. If you would like to be part of the OG family, don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, click the little bell to be notified as soon as a new video is live. And this has been the Bitcoin OG, signing out.